Good afternoon. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about a problem that I personally am having. Why will my numbers not grow? And I thought this would be a good opportunity to look at this because the fishbone cause and effect diagram allows us to kind of see the antecedents that may be leading to the effect that we're having. Now, my problem may be okay for some people, but it's not okay for me. And it's why will my numbers not grow? My students have maintained at least a 75% to around a 77% success pass rate on the EOC test in physical science, which I'm proud that the majority of my students are passing. But I want to hit that 80%. I want that to be higher. I want more distinguished learners. So I wanted to look at what are some things that I can do personally to change that. Now, to kind of give you an overview of the people involved, I am the only physical science teacher, so I will be kind of solely responsible for the EOC scores that are coming in. There are 5 science teachers in our building, all have higher level degrees. We have 3 administrators. And out of these 5 science teachers, we do have 1 department head that is included in this. Um, so it's kind of nice to have that. Unfortunately, we don't get to work together a lot. So if you come down here and you can kind of see where I said processes, one of the things that I think that would be beneficial that may lead to kind of this stagnant um, numbers that I have is we have no common planning. It's all individualized instruction, which I think my instruction is well developed. I'm following what I need to do for my standards, but sometimes it's good to hear another person's opinion or see how someone else will grade their formative. What are some other ideas that they have? And unfortunately, we don't have that common planning to do that. So it's lacking that kind of missing piece. Um, also, one thing that I have found is that we have a very, very, very early testing time. We have a lot of standards in physical science. And unfortunately, we have this really early testing time where we just don't have time to cover it all into the depth that the state would like us to do. Part of the new science standards require that we model, that we explain, that we construct. But with the lack of time, it's just not there. And one thing that also goes in hand with that is that I think there's also a lack of professional development um, available to actually kind of enhance what I already know. And I've graduated from college several years ago, and I've been fortunate to participate in a lot of professional development. But as the standards change, I think that professional development needs to continuously be enhanced, especially with the new NGSS standards. So I kind of want to put that over here as there is that lack of professional development to break down those standards. That's a really, really important piece. Also, with that professional development, there is this lack of understanding of what that actually means, what that entails. So we have this these words: model, explain, construct, explanations. What does that actually look like? What are some examples of that? Because what I think of as a model may not be what the district, may not be what the state says is a model. So, kind of defining that and having that development on how I could push my kids to better model, to better explain what type of explanations are we